we did get a huge article on the Devil Superman Anniversary Series, and I want to talk about it because this article was so fascinating and interesting, and super complex, and that's just very cool to see how they explain the little story of the Devil Superman. Look, normally I don't talk about this stuff on me because honestly I'm not into stuff, but you know what? Fuck it. I'm a huge fan of the Devil Superman, I love that story, and I love Michael John Superboy. For this infinitely gets of what he does explain more wise, explain more of the story, and I'm looking forward to that. Plus, well, I'm involved with John, so you better that makes everything. So, let's get back to that, sorry. Hey guys, Terry Smalley, and I'm gonna how Devil Superman could expand the story for its 30th anniversary. Yep. Now we're talking ancient news, we now well know. I'm looking for Devil Superman 30th anniversary Halloween. 1 month ago, return with Devil Superman back to normal. Damn it, that's the good news. Second of all, I'm looking forward to the thing because all the stories sound fun, bad, and very interesting. Third of all, look, I know Devil Superman been done to death. I get it. Believe me, I'm burning out about that story, but I like a story, but we only have to return the wheel over and over to tell the story over and over again. That being said, though, since it's set in the past and says my boy John and Super in it, you bet I'm gonna cover this thing. But well, I'm big excited to think about reason. Mostly because of one story after the end of the story. Also, our stories sound cool though, so you better cover this thing. So, yeah, it should be fun. Again, what do you mean minute? Well, you'll find out. So, enjoy my thoughts. Ancient news. Yep, enjoy Joe. See ya. Alright, as you can tell my intro, you can tell my intro by this news. Why? You'll find out. Let's get started. According to the article I have here, newsroom.com, how Devil Superman could expand the story for its 30th anniversary. Yep. The creative team at 1992 Devil Superman event which had a 30th anniversary special with 4 new stories. Yep. The November marked 30 years since Superman died fighting Doomsday after an epic battle across Earth. This is celebrated with the Devil Superman 30th anniversary special, and 8 played one shot and 4 featured with the creators. Yep. Each of the 4 short stories in this collection will reveal how Superman's allies and loved ones dealt with the fallout of his death. Yep. Which at the time was marked as being permanent, with DC alternating shortening the schedule for several months to prevent we even figure out that the Man of Steel would soon be resurrected. Naturally. Yeah, if you know the story by Benjamin Sherman, 1992 with the big event that Superman died, and this added Kirby at DC's article Superman. There's a lot more to it than that, and they do explain the article itself, but the short version is, it would probably be a joke. But then as he said, no, fuck it, let's do it. Yeah, the same joke over and over, but they said, fuck it, let's do it. What do Devil Superman? And they cut off, they did. A big epic splash page, it was badass, awesome. It's such a cool story. Now, you're probably wondering why this happened. This only happened because, well, WB, as they say, and I go, at the time, Carolina and team 18 created, including all the way, playing their Clark Kent, Mary, Lois Lane, and Avengers Superman 500, to celebrate the milestone issue. Then that story went delayed, because WB wanted to comment the concept with upcoming TVC Lois and Clark. The new Avengers Superman and DC comic team had to come up with something new. Yep. So yeah, that's why they kept Devil Superman. That's why they did Devil Superman, because of the whole, not legal issue, because of the whole situation between Lois and Clark TV show and the comics. Yeah, because of that situation. Like I said before, it's a lot more common than that, but now that's the basic gist of it. And honestly, I get why they did it, but since I know that guy sucks, without corporate, nah, I hate corporate, it's all bullshit, but anymore. I write it down just to have the right spot filled in, and all the right thing, you walk in, you have a bunch of blank sheets, you want to quickly put something in, and up to make it feel like you're counting something always said. Although always suggesting Kill Superman started as a joke, it became a real idea thanks to Roddy Simonson, my bad, who joined Superman team at DC several years working on X-Men line at Marvel Comics. Yep. We had been an extra at Marvel, and I wouldn't facilitated the death of my kid in her career. She spoke on and said, you know what, you have been killing kid, don't you? You have to show what a character means through the eye of all the people who survive him. Yep, his friends, his family, even the bad guys. You get to show the reaction to the death and show how important the character was. And that hit a quote everyone in the room, John Boyd had knew. Yep. When you get right down to it, Devil Superman is a big fight, and it's great, and the monster Blaine had this great idea of having a few apparent in every issue. Until the splash page bug and one of the great fight in the comic face it. Yep. The real story was that the real uncommon that had been created entire phenomenon Death of Superman that we're still talking about 30 years later was what he's saying. You know what? When you get from a killing character, don't you? That would trigger a funeral for a friend, which is what we go first, and it's all blossom from there. Yep. Yeah, that's the reason why they did it. Because of, not because of what, not like, something like that. But because of the TV show and the comics. That's what they did. And anyway, that's it worked back in the day. It worked, it got a lot of media attention, it exploded, and we're still talking about it to this day. Look, regardless of what you think about it, like back then, it would have been mentioned, it was powerful, it worked, it drew like the gangbusters, it sold a lot of money. Yes, the way Superman Mommy after the aftermath of the death was interesting, and it did open a lot of can of worms, so publishers did really volunteer with it in death, but for that it worked. But what is could have changed? I need to talk about this anymore. Now always having bringing continuing the story of Superman in the 4 new story for Fred Animated One Shot. Alongside fellow veteran Tom Gunn, Dan Jurgens, Roger Stern, and Bruce Grant, returning to the particular era brought out a lot of feeling for these creators. Yep. Working with John, always a pleasure. Doing John Henry Irons, always a pleasure. The only drawback creating time for the Fred Animated Special was only 8 pages. Simon instead returned to this era. Yep. John was so invigorating, so powerful. People are active in his books, even when they're standing still. It's almost like you're catching them in mid-moment. And the emotion John draws and makes you feel for the characters, feel what the characters are, very powerful. I'm very lucky to work with John as much as I have. So it's just a wonderful opportunity to do it again. Yay! Good for him. I'm happy to be happy for this creator. Godspeed at the young Lions. Yep, okay, Steel. Yep. And Godspeed at the John himself, John Oldway. I salute him. Yay! And okay. Only took the opportunity and challenge to do something new with existing material. All I knew what did you say here, 10 pages. Picture some ideas on what you would do with 10 pages. That fits in with all I published, he says. It was more like, oh, this could be interesting. And then just trying to figure out where you could find a friend that might feel like you could expand upon it without turning anything out all the way printed in July or not following that continuity. Yep. Wait, I have to agree, that's very interesting. Anymore. Brilliant new July, thrilled to be back in the world, particularly because it's been so long since he and Red Charles and Jurgens worked together on an actual story. The work itself is a lot of fun. The stuff Dan's been turning in, I've been having a lot of fun getting a fun standpoint of the fans, waiting to see what's coming up. He's doing a beautiful job telling the story visually. I find myself looking at the pages going, wow, that's really nice, and the way she designed that, how did he think of the stuff? Yeah! Wait, I'm excited about this. Oh yeah, finally a standing guard, which dude was Guardian. You know what Guardian is? Guardian is a character from back in the day, and that's all I need to know about him anymore. Standing guard, Stan Gura, Captain Whitmore, Superman, and from the POV of the Guardian of Time by Simonson. We tell the story from the perspective of John Henry Irons. Above and beyond, when showed Mom and Pa Kent. I did watch the Battle on television news and Love Superman by Jurgens, Young John Kent. Okay, the thing that I've been actually looking forward to most. That's the damn one about the period. But yeah, I said more times, I made Young John a Superman Lieutenant Roy. I'm tired Seneca that broke me mentally, so fuck it. If you don't want me to get my John back, you bet I'm gonna cover this book. I'm covering this book because of John. That's the reason why I'm gonna buy this book, even if I got $10. Yeah, I still hate $10. But you know what? Fuck it. If I get Young John Kent back, I'll bite the bullet. I'll buy a heartbeat. You bet I'm gonna buy this thing. Yes, I don't want $10. But you know what? Fuck it. I'm getting this book for all audience. Even though Conway is so fucking broken, but fuck it, I'll bite the bullets. Anymore, Young John Kent actually learned about his father's death and subsequent resurrection. During a school presentation, then had to have Superman fight the new villain, Doombreaker. So again, Doomsday. Yep, and that's Doombreaker. Yep. Oh yeah, I got to mention about the interview. We really got more information about this story. It's pretty cool. And Doombreaker's pretty cool. Oh yeah, Doombreaker. We already got another parent that came on yesterday. Yay! So Superman fighting Doombreaker with 4 arms. I mean, yay! I'm so happy. Like, yay! Well, Young John gonna get by a Doombreaker. I am so happy. Why? Mother, get John Kent back, damn it! And I'm very happy with that. That's the reason why I'm coming this story. Because young John Kent. And this is the only video I'm talking about. I'll fight the board, so I'm very happy with that. So you better everybody heard it. Thank God I'm getting young John Kent back, damn it. Yay! Anyway, there's a little Easter egg at 6.775 that definitely sets a Doombringer during the reviews. I think part of the fun is that he's not Doomsday. He's a variation on what Doomsday is. If you will, with Origins Wound and Superman 75, I think that becomes kind of fun for the story itself. It also allows us to get Lois very involved in the story. Yay! I realized the cookie that should have actually paid for the finger. Green joke. That's funny. I made about Superman Devil 992 who didn't impact the DCU continue to do it today. Although it wasn't the character's final death, Superman's currently wasn't saying I'm going to I'm not going to tell that again. There's no Dark Code going on right now. Short version, Judge Reed died, except that Louis, they got trapped basically in a, well, you know, they got trapped in being altered reality. And now they're up to the rest of the save the day. I'm not going through all this stuff again. I did so much very dark crazy. I just reading my brain in that book. And honestly, we'll be able to tell that shit. So honestly, that doesn't matter. Let's cut the chase. I mentioned about WCW and how he can impact TCU. And so I tell you, need readers to feel like it was. And not to explain the perspective that didn't get the spotlight 30 years ago. I got to read Omnibus and started paying through it, going, okay, I remember this and I remember this. Yep. Made a full-page one-shot. Mom and Pop can hug in front of TV that the viewers called they're watching it on TV, and I thought that was something to explore because parents then know that it's their son. Nobody knows that Superman is an alien, except for Lois Lane. Is the only one who really shared that knowledge. Lois is kind of unseen over tells us. Yay! Yep. Next 92 people on someone that's communicating black except for what TV news might have. Kids have to watch the whole thing with distance, and they get upset, and they find themselves trying to distract each other. I thought that was a very cute character a bit, because when one and Uri got worked up, the other backs them down. Margaret's scrapbook comes out, it's very organic, and unfortunate in an organic way. I felt bad for Tom Glowin because I figured he probably wanted to draw a big fight scene, said we were kind of true to what we did back then, which wanted to be dramatic character chapter. I agree with that. For this story, Simon when we read a character created John Henry Irons, who later became known as Monty Steele. His origin began when he quit working in the weapon industry and entered the construction industry. Yep. Yeah, he had the origin with Steele. I really love these images. They look so cool. Like, look at this shit. It looks so badass. I love it. That's so cool. Yay, Steele! Yep. Only three of the stories ever seen by animated by the program very clear perspectives. Join the little Evangelion and Green story of Superman takes place in the present day, which is very intentional, not to introducing Doombreaker, but for bringing a variety of readers into the event and making it feel impactful. I didn't want to do a flashback story that took place during the Little Devil Superman. What I wanted to do was find a way to address what an event this was 30 years ago, while also telling a story that could be played today. Yep, John explains. That is why I made the decision to use John Kent. Because John is someone who, in all likelihood, would not have known what happened that day. Yep, as I prove. And we can see it through a younger person's eyes today. When you go to school, someone tells them about the Devil Superman which his own parents have not told him about. Really what I wanted to do with this was make sure that if you were there 30 years ago, this would bring back the sense of warm nostalgia. That you would get a kick out of it. By the same token, if you weren't there, if you happened to read Devil Superman going on 10 years ago, or maybe you never read it, the idea was to have something new here that you can enjoy. As well, he continues. And there again, that's why I think John is the key element of the story. Yay! Yeah, John! Yeah, John Kent! My boy ever. Not old John Kent! Old John Kent does not exist! We're John Kent, 10-year-old boy, damn it! I will always add a good to the day I die. Anyway, I've been John the key element of the story. You can enjoy this book with celebration it is, regardless of where you are on the spectrum. By expanding his perspective and re-examining the impact of Superman's death, this creating also exploring their own relationship with the character in DCU. asking questions about Hitler's and Bleeding legacy, all of which are currently being explored in sort of Dark Knight Images, and they're expanding Wonder Woman first. No. Hey, the bridge of bow, that's incorrect. Yeah, I got break out actually catered for a second. Not catered, but I got break actually this time in a sec. But bullshit. Hey, the bridge of bow, do I play the Images? Yeah, that bridge of bow, that don't be it. I would talk about Images, and none of the characters acting like they're meant to dead. No, some of the characters saying they're meant to still alive, which actually not sure. Is you read the Flash time? That book made the best book we had in a decade. That book is smart. The brain to I know what it is. Gee. I know what the hell he's doing. The dog I enjoy the book? Fuck that book. That book is trash. I don't want to talk about that book ever again, but Jesus Christ, how bad that book was. It's a mess. But whatever. What do you do with that shit? Whatever. Harley Devastating Man Boat 2022. It's a question of what Clark Kent leaves behind. I was Superman as a kid, but I loved the character from TV show and cartoons. Something about him resonated with me when I was very young. And I've gone to work with the character, especially with a group of people that I did for as long as I did on the series and story that we did. Better Breen says. I knew the character, I felt comfortable working with the character. I love the fact that I could tell people who didn't know that I drew Superman and they knew exactly what that was. As opposed to the many other characters in comics, everybody knows who Superman is. Superman, when you think of him, we relate to something positive to everybody. Some people take positivity and think it's a huggy thing. Other people take that and think, gee, why more of it like that? I mean, that's why that camp that I'm in. Character resonated with me doing the right thing. Well, integrity that Superman has doing the right thing because he can. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing to be ashamed of. We should be inspired to continue. Yep. Makes you feel connected into the character the way I am. Yay! I'm so enjoying this association. I really enjoyed the fact that now I'm more popular than she was when I started Superman books. Back then people wouldn't buy Superman. Now that there seems to be a lot more interest in the character. As long as they read the chunks and plays, stop playing around with that. Yeah, it'll be fine. Yep. Yeah, no, that thing all gonna show. But also, we got one million for this thing. It's pretty cool. I'm very excited for Devil Superman anniversary. Now that I know the content of all these stories, I can't wait. Look! We started at the fact how I feel going with the majors according to we cut the fuck. I'm willing to check this thing out. Because my boy don't get back to normal, damn it. And I'll bite the butt. Even if I know I don't like them, you know what? Fuck it. I can't wait to read this thing. I'm excited for everything conventions out. We'll see. Yep, that's all gonna show. But anyway, so we got a lot of information on this thing. With Devil Superman already created and very hyped about this new project. At conventions out. We'll see. Yep, that's all gonna show. Devil Superman anniversary. And we should say that. Yep, that's all gonna show. I know. My father. As you also see, my favorite character in DC, and that's why with Flash and Next today. I love this character. I love it about also John the Superintendent Boy. John is my favorite character in DC period. Yeah, that's so mad because they ate up a crap. I'm so pissed off about that. Despite that stuff, I still love Superman family. They're my favorite character. I love John the Superintendent Boy. Sue me. I love this family. I've always been a great character, but a ton of fun. That being said, though, at a minimum in time, I'm looking forward to Devil Superman for Halloween. Most of the characters might be on to back to normal. Look at that. So you bet I'm very excited thing. Now, with all that said, though, how do I feel about the whole plot of how to expand it with the story? I'm excited about that. I'm excited about Halloween. Most because we can see for 4 different perspectives, and 4 we can see actually we can see Steel actually pretty bad, awesome. Yes, we just see one before back in the 90s. But that's a big cool seeing more that's still expanded, and I'm very excited with that. I'm excited with Mom Paul Kenso, we got the also in my opinion, and we did get more from Metaphor I can tell. And I did see at the name of a Conduit, so that's cool. I can't see with that. But anime with the biggest book of me for is My Boy John Shoeboy. As you well know, I'm still pissed off and angry that he got ate up for crap. I don't know I can understand the lot of why they have to let what John had to get ate up for garbage. Oh. I don't want to eat up a garbage because basically all my idea was we just see with garbage doing free. That fucking trains and never have good. I said everyone's singing in the other day. But I'm being eat a jungle with a horrible idea. I still maintain this day. He should never end up my jungle and tell reading book with this crap. That book was garbage fire and doing nothing to my man but garbage. It drives me crazy that you refuse to TF at all. No one wants TF John Kent. Not me, No, not even nobody. I said it was a new day back to normal. That's why people love John Kent back to normal. Not this abomination imposter that no one wants, but Jesus Christ. Ugh. I'm saying Benny Johnson destroyed everything. So, yeah, I can tell my rage. I'm still pissed off at it and been destroyed for garbage. Tell you what is... Okay, wait a minute. Tom Taylor's on the cover with all the crap. I did so many videos on the cover. I don't want to do another video on the cover. I don't. I broke my brain trying to videos it, but I can't. It's just trying to crap bad up bookers. Holy shit. But you my point. So, yeah, you can understand why I'm actually excited to get John Kent back. If I get to young John Kent back, I'm all for it, then, but I'm excited to think. That's why I'm excited about Super Anime. We can live Super at the one story I'm excited about the most. But hey, I can see young John Kent back in Doombreaker. That's a very bad idea. I'm all for that, damn it. Look at this shit. It's so bad, so cool. I love seeing 10 year John come back to normal. So you better be excited to think. That's why I'm excited about the story for young John Kent. That's why I can't wait to read the story. Now, like I said before, I thought the other story came out thing. Well, I'm excited to think. Also, I'm looking for Live Superman. The one number 4 in the movie. We got the one story I'm excited about the most. But I have an answer on anything. I can take it or leave it at this point. But, hey, they're all 4 short stories in my opinion. So I don't want to affect any long one. But the long in general, I say the story affects everything I want. I don't really all for it. That's what you're saying. My boy's young back. No, damn it. That's what I want. That's what people want. That's what I want. And if this story does succeed, maybe, just maybe, we get a small window chance to get young John Kent back, damn it. Because one character now been ate up at the beginning, my boy John is Shoe Boy. I will always maintain that John Kent will tell you woman with Bethany had in comics for years. And I want to see the one go up naturally. The fact that I got away with garbage would be insane. But you know how many fun that tournament. I did so many random videos why John should never ate up. Why should this should never happened? And I always maintain John should be back to normal. But that's just me. So maybe WWE will succeed. Maybe we get to return my boy John should be back to normal. At least that's what I want. At least I hope that in the future. I could pray. I could dream. Can I? So, well, so until we're going to remember that. What do we say? I'm just streaming for an emoji. I am excited to read the thing. I can't wait to do this in November. Yeah, the more virtual party. I can't wait to read the thing. So, you better cover this thing. I can't wait to in November, and I'll be covering all this stuff until the actual release. But, until then, we see it. Hey, all. I think that's but I don't include all the little I've never seen me create expand the story with Friday emoji. Please comment emoji go and awesome news. Do it. Also get pretty on Twitter. Please comment channel with super thoughts. Please get the bell icon, yeah, some story. Please if you can, I'll talk on game. Alright, see you man. See ya. Bye, see you man. Bye, and I'm John. See ya. Bye, Uncle John. Bye. And then the rest of the creative team. Godspeed, man. I can't wait to read the thing after this November. I can't wait to read it. I can't wait to see it turns out. But anyway, chance. I'm hard to have a super quick expand the story before the anniversary. Please comment my channel on story. Do I get also a favor on Twitter, which got my channel with superstars. Please get the bell icon, yeah, option story. Please if you can, I'll talk on game. See you man. Bye. Bye.